Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hello, this is Keith calling from now Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland fans are something else. Same thing, make us laugh, make us cry. Same things we wish for when we get it, then it's like, why did you do it? I say that to say, we were aggressive and we took a chance to go get Watson. Prior to that, that's all we wanted us to do was to be aggressive, go out there and get some players that we think can put us over the top. At the time, Watson, outside of the off-the-field stuff, was top 5 quarterback in the league. So we rolled the dice. It didn't work. And I understand they got to take what comes with it, but Cleveland fans, I just say, timber it down a little bit. I'll never fault nobody for trying. What I would have faulted the Hasms for is not trying and just sitting back. That's when I would have got real mad. Go Brown.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Let's welcome in Brad Ward from the Orange and Brown Report, the All Eyes on Cleveland podcast. I have said that. I don't fault the aggressiveness. I liked the trade. The thing that's killing them, it's not the trade, it's not the 3 draft picks. They've survived that. It's the contract. The guaranteed contract, is what's killing them now. And the rest of the league is enjoying that.
It is. It is the contract. And despite the aggressiveness that everybody wanted to see, listen, there was 13 teams interested in Deshaun Watson, so the NFL doesn't care, right? But for a lot of people in this town, it was a problem, and it remains a problem. And then when you add that with the injuries and the poor play, it just becomes a situation that just turned really ugly really fast and even uglier, Dave. So despite them being aggressive, it didn't work at all, right? And it is the contract at this point, but they have a way out. You know, I think that he'll be on the roster in 2025, but I don't think he'll play at all, Dave. I don't think he'll ever take another snap again as a Cleveland Brown, to be honest. And then in 2026, I think that's when you'll see the cut and the post-June 1st designation, and that somewhat mitigates the cap impact because you're pushing it into future years when the cap will be bigger and the percentage of the hit against your cap is minimalized. So they have a plan for the way out, and I think that following that plan, they believe. I'm not saying I believe, but they believe that they can still remain competitive.
Yeah, and again, their lack of throwing more than just Zadarius Smith and Quentin Jefferson at the trade deadline, I think speaks to that. They think that they can tweak it a little bit, push forward, and get right back into contending. This from the Bleacher Report. Thoughts on every NFL team entering Week 10. Browns, the win over Baltimore was a mirage, and trading away Amari Cooper as Zadarius Smith seems to indicate they understand that. Question now is when they'll replace Deshaun Watson. And, the other thing, we heard Andrew Berry not say we're definitively moving off of Deshaun. He's got to know who he's moving to. In order to move off of Deshaun Watson, there has to be a definitive we're moving on to this guy. You don't just say we're gonna move away from Watson and it is what it is.
Yeah, there's no answer there yet, right? Like that's the biggest question is who's the next quarterback, and I think they're going to give Jameis a real shot to try to be a bridge here at least. You need to take your swings in the draft on guys that you think fit this system, whatever system you're going to go forward with, which I think is to be determined a little bit too, Dave, offensively. But at this point, I thought he was non-committal in the press conference, as non-committal as we've heard him. In the past, those questions were met by Andrew Berry with, we have the utmost belief in Deshaun. He's our guy. We know he'll rehab. We know he'll be back. He didn't talk that way. He basically said, we're worried, we'll keep an eye on his injury, and our main focus is his health. But there was no commitment to him returning to the field as a Cleveland Brown. So for me, that said a lot.
Yeah, I would agree. And I would be stunned, like you, if he ever takes another snap, but we'll see.